The launch of the new Ford Explorer electric SUV has been pushed back from autumn this year to summer 2024. The crossover was due to start rolling down the production line at Ford's Cologne plant in Germany in the coming weeks, with Fiesta production there having come to a close in July, but that has been pushed back several months due to the onset of new battery legislation. In a statement sent to Autocar, Ford said, "We are excited to bring the electric Explorer to our customers in Europe, the first electric passenger vehicle produced in our new Ford Cologne Electric Vehicle Center." Ford is embracing the incoming technical standard for electric vehicles, UN Regulation 100.3, because it is consistent with our internal philosophy to deliver safe, high-quality vehicles to customers around the globe. This means the new Explorer will now be delivered to customers in the summer of 2024. UN Regulation 100.3 concerns the certification of battery safety for electric vehicles, and introduces a new suite of conformity tests for vehicles sold in Europe. The Explorer will now be subjected to these new tests to ensure it is compliant with the new regulations. Workers at Ford's Cologne plant are said to have been notified of the decision yesterday. The Explorer is the first of two Ford EVs to use a platform and batteries supplied by the VW Group. Volkswagen told Autocar it has no plans to remove any cars from sale in light of the new regulations, and said, in parallel with Ford, Volkswagen will begin adapting battery technology in Europe and gradually convert its group models to the new standard. What is the Ford Explorer? The new SUV marks the start of Ford's new era. It's a European-focused, European-designed and European-built electric SUV channeling the Blue Oval's American spirit and conceived to do battle in one of the market's fiercest emerging segments. The squat new crossover measures 4,460 mm long, pitching it roughly between the highly competitive small and mid-sized SUV markets, so it will compete with everything from the Jeep Avenger and Mini Aceman to the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Skoda Enyaq 4. In this respect and many others, it is the most important new Ford product in decades and will be crucial in paving the way for a totally overhauled, and downsized, range of passenger EVs designed around the concept of Americanness, far removed from the likes of the Fiesta, Focus and Mondeo that have gone before. The company's Europe boss and head of its Model E EV arm, Martin Sander, told Autocar, "If we concentrate a little bit more on the real DNA of this company, really going back to our roots as an American icon, we are the only American, iconic car company still doing business in Europe. I think this is a huge opportunity for us to reposition the brand, and to create a new world of experiences around this DNA." The Explorer is the first Ford EV of two so far confirmed to use Volkswagen's MEB electric vehicle platform as part of a partnership in which the US firm reciprocates by building VW-badged commercial vehicles in Turkey and South Africa. Choosing dimensions that put it halfway between the VW ID3 and ID4 was a conscious decision to avoid directly competing with those two cars, bosses told Autocar, but it was not a condition of Ford using the platform. In its most potent form, the Explorer will feature a motor on each axle for a combined 335 bhp and 402 pounds-foot, more than any other MEB-based production car currently on sale and sufficient for a sub-6.0 seconds 0 to 62 miles per hour time. Ford has not yet said if this range topper will bear the hallowed ST, or even RS, badge, but it has confirmed that a dedicated sport mode will be one of 5 available on all-wheel drive cars. There are also 2 rear-driven options, one with 168 bhp and the other with 282 bhp. Battery options have not yet been detailed, but Ford is targeting a maximum range of 311 miles from the longest-legged Max variant. The Explorer is expected to offer an entry-level 52 kWh battery and a 77 kWh unit that nets a claimed 316 miles per charge in the slightly larger Audi Q4 e-tron, both of which can charge at speeds of 170 kilowatts. But other than the VW Group-supplied fundamentals, the Explorer is a Ford product through and through. We're American and we really want to underline that. That's something that we're drawing from our heritage, our past, Ford exterior design manager Jordan Dimke told Autocar. In this respect, Most obviously, the Explorer is the flag bearer for a bold new era of Ford styling led by Imco Leenaerts, head of the firm's European design studio. Leenaerts has overseen the styling of every vehicle the brand currently sells in the region and is now leading a ground-up overhaul of its established conventions. All Ford passenger cars will now be categorized according to 4 new design pillars introduced under the Adventurous Spirit banner. There's ultimate outdoor for hardcore off-roaders like the Bronco, wild performance for the Mustang and its sporting siblings, urban escape for the city-focused Puma, and active adventure for family SUVs such as the Kuga and the Explorer. Ford is keen to emphasize the difference between this new car and the existing Explorer, a much larger US-focused SUV that will be withdrawn from sale in Europe in the coming months. Leenaerts told Autocar that while the new Explorer is a markedly different proposition from its namesake, it is important that it embodies the same character. I think it's not a surprise that it is the first car in our adventurous spirit. It has a market positioning that really helps us get across that adventurous way. He added that Ford will look to redeploy other historic nameplates, attaching connotations of the firm's heritage to bold new products. I think in general, the public loves that we are bringing nameplates to new territories, he said. That's the goal. You can expand those nameplates in a much more creative way, taking account of the needs of the customer. And frankly, the Mustang can do it. We proved that the Explorer can do it, and there are a couple of other nameplates that are coming up that we feel that can expand on. However, he stopped short of naming any specific nameplates for revival. Proportionally, the new Explorer's minimalist, upright two-box silhouette makes it an obvious relation of the blocky Explorer and Ford's other US market icons, the Bronco and F-150, but the design team have used all the tricks in the book, according to senior designer Liviu Tudoran, to ensure it is both as aerodynamically efficient and internally spacious as possible. According to the car's designers, its bluff front end with the larger new logo, the beltline that wraps around the entire car, the generous wheel arches and the floating roof with contrasting black A-pillars are some of its defining features. The designers are also keen to emphasize that while the Explorer represents a departure from the established conventions of Ford design, future models will not follow a Russian doll approach in adopting the same cues and proportions. Each car will have its own unique character, said Imco. Boosting interior space compared with same-sized ICE propositions was a priority for the design team, who tout the flat floor and modularity of the MEB platform as allowing the Explorer to offer large car qualities in a relatively compact footprint. There is no storage under the bonnet but, like the Puma, the Explorer is equipped with a secret load bay under the boot floor and the 17-liter mega console cubby between the two front seats is one of the largest fitted to any production car. Boot space is put at 450 liters with the seats up, bigger than in the Mustang Mach-E, and 1,400 liters with them folded. The load floor can also be raised or lowered according to requirements. Ulrich Kosters, director of Ford's Team Edison division for electrified vehicle development, explained that the Explorer's spacious cabin should put it on the radar of current Focus owners when they come to switch to an EV. He said, they will want to have the same or more functionality and a smaller footprint. And that's what this vehicle actually does because it's building a little bit taller but has better package efficiency, so therefore you create more space for the occupants. You have more shoulder and knee room in the rear, more space around you in the front and good luggage size as well. The focus on ease of use extends to the cockpit area, where the standard fitment 15.0 inches portrait touchscreen, running the latest version of Ford's Sync infotainment platform, is mounted on hinges so it can be fixed flat upright or reclined up to 30 degrees. The former facilitates a more active driving style, according to Ford, as well as freeing up another 1.7-liter storage tray. Tilting the screen means it can be used in a more relaxed manner, with an elbow resting on the center console. The screen controls most key functions and has a permanently visible and accessible climate control interface. The Explorer is also equipped with physical and haptic controls that can be used easily on the move, including a vibrating, illuminating touch slider for the volume. Finally, I will share new auto news videos with you on this channel. Please guys like the videos and subscribe to the channel. This is very important for the growth of the channel. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support.